Okay, so we're going to be looking at chapter 4, which is multiplication facts and strategies. There's 3 pages for you guys to like review and go over. It's 189, 190, and 191. These have all your multiplication, all these words you need to know. I would use this page to answer these. The top here, I can't write on this because it's a different browser, but this talks about the multiplication properties. There's 4 of them, but this only shows 3. So 1 times 4 equals 4. 4 shows its true identity, so that's the identity property of multiplication. If one of the factors is the same as the product, that is they have the same identity. Okay. 4 times 2 times 3, with 4 and 2 being grouped together, is the same as 4 times 2 times 3, with 2 and 3 grouped together. Although they have different products, they're still grouped, different products in a group differently, but they will equal the same. That's called the associative. Remember, 4 times 2 are grouped together here, but now 2 wants to come over and talk to 3. They want to associate with 3, and now 4 is left out. That's the associative property. Lastly, 3 times 2 is the same as 2 times 3. We've been going over this all the time. That is the commutative property of addition. They could switch places, but they still equal the same. Like here, 3 down, 2 across is the same as 2 down, 3 across. Use this page to answer these 3. And this is just a small review of what we've done. So once you do those 3 pages, you guys can pause it here and get that done. And then when you continue, this will be the first page you see, which is 4.1. It's multiply with 2 and with 4. Okay, we've done 2 before. We've done skip counting with 2 all the way up to 10. So you guys should be fluent in that. And that's something you guys have done throughout your whole life. Let me get my writing set up. So make sure it works. All right. The essential question is, how can you multiply with 2 and with 4? Well, that's what we're here to find out. 2 students, Two students are in a play. Each of the students has 3 costumes. How many costumes do they have in all? Make sure you circle the numbers, box the math action, and underline what they're wanting to know. So, what does the word each tell you? Each of the students have 3 costumes. Each tells us that all students have 3. I'm sorry if this is a little bit sloppy. It's not the same one I've still been using. How can you find the number of students the 2 students have? How can you find the number of costumes that each student have? We know that there are 2 students, and we know that they each, so both of them equally, have 3. So 2 times 3. That's how we're going to find it. They want to multiply with 2 groups by just adding double. So they want us to show counter. This group stands for student 1. This circle stands for student 2. And inside stands for the number of costumes they have. So they each have 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 groups of 3. This can be 2 groups times 3 or 3 plus 3. And we know 2 times 3 is 6 and 3 plus 3 is 6. So the students have 6 costumes in all. This is the big part they want you to understand. 3 plus 3 is the same as 2 times 3. Skip count 2 3 times, or even add 3 twice. Double 3. So this is a little exercise. I like this exercise. They have 2 times 1 equals 2 times 1, which equals 2, is the same as 1 times 1, which equals 2. 2 times 2, which equals 4, is the same as 2 plus 2, which equals 4. 3 times 3, which equals 6, is the same as 3 plus 3, which equals 6. 2 times 4, which equals 8, is the same as 4 plus 4, which equals 8. 2 times 5, which equals 10, is the same as 5 plus 5, which equals 10. And you guys can kind of get the pattern. 6, 6, 2 times 6, 6 plus 6, both equal 12. 2 times 7 or 7 plus 7, both equal 14. 2 times 8 or 8 plus 8 equals 16. And 2 times 9 or 9 plus 9 equals 18. Like our skip counting game. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. That's the pattern they want you to see. And they want you to understand that if you multiply any number by 2, it's just doubling the number. So if you need to pause on this part, pause and write it down. Hopefully the YouTube video will be up. That might be easier for you guys to pause and go back and forth a little bit easier. When there are 2 in each group, you can count by 2s to how many there are in all. And that's what we've been doing, skip counting 2s. So there are 4 students with 2 costumes each. How many costumes do they have in all? So we can skip count 2 4 times. Notice how there's 4 jumps. So it's 2, which is 1 jump, 4, 6, 8. So 4 students have 8 in all. Sorry. How can we decide whether to count by 2s or double? So how can you decide whether to count by 2s or double? Well, it's kind of really what you prefer. So you can count by, how can you decide? If A plus 8 is easier to you, then that's fine. Or skip counting 2. So how can you decide whether to count by 2s or double? Right here, I would just put I can decide by which way works for me. So when some people see, for example, 2 times 4, some would skip count 2 4 times. Some would skip count 4 2 times. Skip counting 4 2 times is 4, 8, which is basically doing 4 plus 4. So either way would be fine. Now we're going to go to 4s, or use doubles to find 4 times 5. So when you multiply with 4, you can multiply with 2, then double the product. So they want us to multiply, then double. For example, we want to look for 4 times 5. Well, I know half of 4 is 2. So 2 times 5 is 10. And I know 10 plus 10 equals 20. So 4 times 5 does equal 20. So they're taking 4, they're cutting it in half, and then they're just adding it. Okay? That sounds a little confusing right now, but you'll see it won't be too bad. So it says to double 2 times 7, then find 4 times 7. Well, we know 2 7 times, which is 7 plus 7, is 14. Now to find 4 times 7, all we do is take 2 times 7, which is 14, and double it. 14 plus 14, if we do mental math, is 28. So that means 4 times 7 is 28. So we take this 4, make it half, and then double it back to make it easier. Write the multiplication sentence to find the model. Number 2, we have 2 groups with 2 in it, which equals 4. Number 3, we have 3 groups with 4 in it. We count them up, 3, 4, 8, 12. We have 12. Now we got to find the product. 2 times 6, or skip count 6 2 times, you're going to get 12. Or you could double it. 6 plus 6. It's the same thing. 12. 9 times 4. That might be tough. Because we don't know our 9s and we don't know our 4s. So let's, over here to the side, let's do half. 9 times 2. 2 9 times, I get 18. Now, with this product, I can just add this twice. 18 plus 18. 8 plus 8 is 16. 6, carry my 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 make 3. So 9 times 4 is 36. 2 times 7. Skip count 2 7 times. Or 7, you're going to get 14. 8 times 4. We don't know our 8s, and we also don't know our 4. So let's do 8 times 2 and then just add it together. 8 times 2. If I skip count 8 2 times or 2 8 times, I'm going to get 16. Now we just take 16 and do 16 plus 16. 6 plus 6 is 12. 2, carry my 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So 8 times 4 is 32. Lastly, 5 times 2, we all should know that, will be 10. Most of these look pretty easy, but I'm going to go through them with you real quick. 10 times 4, skip count 10 4 times, you have 40. 2 times 9, skip count 2 9 times or 9 2 times, you get 18. 4 times 6 or 6 times 4, we don't know that one yet, so let's skip count. Let's make 4 a 2, and then we'll just double it. 2 times 6 is 12. So 12 plus 12 is 24. So 4 times 6 is 24. 7 times 2 is 14. 2 times 0, anything multiplied by 0 is 0. 4 times 3 is, skip count 3 4 times, so you got 12. 8 times 2 or 8 plus 8 or 2 times 8, either way, is 16. 4 times 4, skip count 4 4 times, you have 16. 10 times 2 is 20. 4 times 5 is 20. So this is going to get you used to the factors, which are answers. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. And if you look, you see a pattern. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Now 4 is just like 2's. We're just doubling it. So 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 or 4 plus 4 is 8. What's 6 plus 6? 12. 8 plus 8, 16. 10 plus 10, 20. And that tells you 4 times 5 also is 20. 4 times 4 is 16. So we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Double 12, you have 24. Double 14, you have 28. Double 16, you have 32. Double 18, you have 36. And double 20, 4 times 10, skip count 10 4 times, you have 40. So just like we do our skip counting game with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Remember, we land on 20, you're out. We're going to get into how doing 4s as well. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Each of these are 4 apart. 4 double 4 is 8. Add 4 more to it, you have 12. Add 4 more to it, you have 16 and 20 and 24 and 28 and 32 and 36 and 40. We're just skip counting 4s or we're doubling 2s. The next one, it says, write the unknown number. So 4 times 8. So I know 2 times 8 is 16. And they want us to double it. So 16 plus 16. 20. 4 times 8 is, and also 4 times 8 is 32. And 16 plus 16 is 32. 2 equals 2 times what? So what times 2 is 20? They just wrote this backwards. You can write it either way. So 20 equals 2 times what? 2 times 10. Lastly, 8 times 10, which is 16, is the same as 10 plus what? So 10 plus what makes 16? 6. Next, Lindsay Lindsay, Lois, Sally, and Matt each brought 5 guests to the school play. How many guests were at the school play? Explain. So Lindsay brought 5, Lois brought 5, Sally brought 5, and Matt brought 5. How many people is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So each of these 4 people brought 5 guests. So you could add it 4 or 5 times, 5 4 times, skip count 4 or 5 times, or skip count 5 4 times. Skip counting 5 4 times is going to be the easiest. So if we skip count 5 4 times, you're going to get 20. 20 what? 20 guests. All right. Let's keep going. Now we're going to use this chart to answer these questions. Before we start anything, let's decode our graph. So each ticket sold is worth 2 tickets. So one of these tickets stands for 2. So Brandon has 2, 4, 6, 8. He sold 8 tickets. Haley, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Haley sold 14. And Elizabeth, she sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I almost made a mistake like you guys make sometimes. So we've decoded our graph. We know exactly how much they have. Miss Peterson's class sold tickets for the play. How many tickets did Brandon and Haley sell? What do we need to find? How many tickets Brandon and Haley sold? The last sentence always tells us what we're looking for. What should you multiply to find the number of tickets? Well, we already decoded it, but they want us to multiply. So we know we're going to have to multiply 2 because each ticket stands for 2. So each ticket stands for 2. We will multiply by 2. So that's that. Each ticket stands for 2, so we have to multiply by 2. Show the steps for your problem. Well, first off, I have to figure out Brandon has 4 tickets up there. And remember, double 4 is 8 in it. So Brandon has 4. And Haley has 7. So 4 plus 7 make 11. So between them, they have 11 tickets sold. Okay? So Brandon sold 4 tickets. Haley sold 7 tickets. So Brandon and Haley both sold 11 tickets. Actually, that's wrong. That's wrong. They want us to do the multiplication. So Brandon sold 4 tickets and Haley sold 11. Well, I know we're going to have to multiply by 2. So 4 times 2 is this, and also 7 times 2. 4 times 7 times 2 is 14. Make sure I'm right. Yeah. And then we got to add them together. So 8 plus 4 is 12. 2, carry your 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So Brandon, this is Brandon, and this is Haley. Brandon sold 8. Haley sold 14. and they each together sold 32 tickets. Oh, 22. I apologize again. I'm sorry. I keep messing up. 22. Make sure you guys get this right. Just like that. So, or we could have taken this number and, multiplied it by 2. Suppose Sam sold 20 tickets to the school play. How many tickets should be on the picture graph in sales? So, Sam sold 20 tickets, and each ticket is worth 2. So, we have to find the missing number. 2 times what equals 20? We know it's 10. 10 tickets will be on the graph. Because we know 2 times 10 equals 20. Just like that. Remember, if you have to pause the video at all throughout this, hopefully you're watching the YouTube version, and hopefully it works a little bit better with pausing, stopping, and starting. I'm hoping it does. Number 27. Alex exchanges some dollar bills for quarters at the bank. He receives 4 quarters for each dollar, because how many quarters equal a dollar? 4. Select the number of quarters that Alex could receive. Mark all that apply. So, this is what they want us to do. And this is kind of a tough one. They want us to skip count 4. Okay? If this number is touched, then you can reach it. So, you're going to have to look at your multiplication chart. Look at the 4s. For example, you'll see 4. Then you'll see 8. Then you'll see 12. Then you'll see 16. Uh-oh. Here's a number. Here's a number. Could he receive 16 quarters? Yes, he could. Then you're going to see 20. Can he receive 18? No. Then you'll see 24. Can he receive 24? Yes. Then you'll see 28, 32, 36, 40, 4 more, 44, 4 more, 48, 4 more, 52. So can he receive 50 quarters? No. He can only receive 16, 24, 32. 18 and 50, they are not multiples of 4, okay? That's like saying, will you touch 3 if you skip count 2? 2, 4, you will not. You won't touch any odd numbers. Okay, so lesson 4.1. Go through this as best as you can. Use your multiplication chart if you have it. Some of you also have one on your desk. All of you guys should have one on your desk. Go through these. Yeah, you guys definitely should be all right on this one. All right, so finish this. If you have any problems with one, remember, circle it, and I'll go over it with you if you're in my class. Have a good one.